Hi, I'm Kurt Stonecker, Technical Trainer and Coordinator for IT Services here at Western Colorado University. Today's quick tip is on the best ways you can share your Outlook calendar with others and how to manage additional permissions. As a reminder, this training video will focus on the Outlook desktop application for Windows. In the coming months, I'll work to produce training videos simultaneously for Mac as well as Windows. With that being said, we'll first need to open up Outlook. Once you have Outlook open, look for the calendar icon in the bottom left of the window, here. Go ahead and left-click on that icon, and it will take you to your Outlook calendar. Now that your calendar is open, there are a couple different ways we can share your calendar and dictate the level of access. For the first and easiest method, you can simply click on the Share Calendar button here. This immediately brings up a window for a new email with some extra options. Under the subject line, you can see there are now options to allow the recipient to view your calendar with availability only, limited details, where the recipient can see the subject of your appointments as well as free and busy time, and full details. In addition, you can request permission to view the recipient's calendar. For the second method, you can accomplish the same task while gaining some extra options by hovering over your calendar in the left-hand column and right-clicking. This will bring up a context menu. From this menu, hovering your mouse over Share will bring up a submenu. Here you can see the selection for sharing your calendar. This is the same as clicking on the Share button in Method 1, as well as a new selection to email your calendar here. This is essentially the same as sharing your calendar with the recipient, but here we're given a few more options. You can customize the date range you share only calendar events that fall within your working hours, include details of calendar items you've marked as private, and include any attachments on calendar items. Now that you have a few ways to share your calendar with your colleagues, let's take a look at how to delegate access levels. In order to manage permissions on calendars you've shared, you'll need to navigate to your Calendar Permissions tab in your Outlook properties. You can get here by simply clicking the Calendar Permissions button in your taskbar here. Or you can right-click on your calendar and select Properties from the context menu. Once the Properties window is open, left-click on the Permissions tab. In order to change someone's permissions, as we went over in last month's tech tip, you can simply highlight their name here and use the permission level drop-down to select the suitable permission level. Then click Apply. These permission levels are preset and automatically select options listed under Read, Write, Delete Items, and Other. Here's a quick reference for what the different permission levels allow. Remember, if you don't find a preset that fits your need, you can always edit the permissions manually in the lower section of the window here. Be sure to select the Apply button once you've selected the proper permissions. There's nothing preventing you from sharing your calendar directly from this window. You can click the Add button, then select the person you'd like to grant calendar permissions to from the global address list. The difference between the two sharing methods we went over and directly adding someone on the Permissions tab is that granting access on the Permissions tab won't generate an email with a link to your calendar. They'll have to add your calendar manually. The methods I've described in this video are great for sharing your calendar and delegating access when dealing with your colleagues and coworkers here at Western. But what if you need to share your calendar with someone outside the Western umbrella? The answer is publishing your Outlook calendar, and we'll take a look at that next time. As always, thanks for watching, and feel free to submit a work order if you have any questions or need some additional training. For IT Services, I'm Kurt Stonecker.